Good morning. Welcome to the morning weather show and with Investigator News. And I'm your host, Ellie. And boy, we got some. Well, Mary got a hold of me this morning and she said the skies are green in the Dakotas. So I'll get on to a little bit of that and explain it. We get that here a lot, and it means some really bad weather, some really bad weather. Um, and I had to go look up some stuff on it just to make sure my stuff is right, and found some stuff on the Weather Channel for you. So, how is everybody this morning? They making it through this heat? It's been very hot. Today's going to be one of the. Where are we? Karen's asking, where are we? We are on Earth. Were you abducted, Karen? That's an open-ended question for me, and boy, I could come up with all kinds of stuff. Did the little green men come and get you last night, Karen? I don't know. The M&M guys are loose, I heard, and they're mad at the prices of M&Ms. They're out to go chocolate the White House. News one, two, because yeah, I know I had to do both because we're getting people adding on both. So in order to not lose them, I'm doing both channels. But if you are on Investigator News Network, come over to Investigator News 2. That's where everybody's at. You might feel a little lonely in the room there. I think everybody is piling in on 2, Investigator News 2. And that's what Hodges, when I did his show, we told them 2, Investigator News 2. So I'm giving Karen a hard time. I'm going to have her laughing. I think the gnomes snuck in with the leprechauns and the fairies and got her. Yeah, it's all those butterflies that she does. Butterflies attract those kind of things, and you end up with flamingos in your yard when they leave. Yep. And now everybody started watching the show and they're like, that woman's crazy. We ain't watching her. uh, mm, Karen, that makes a lot of sense. When you're sedated, you see things. I see rats. But then again, right outside my window here, and not in this room, but the room behind me, we have a little platform hooked to the tree. And we mostly get squirrels on there, but every now and then we'll see a little rat up there. And it's like, oh no, you're not living here. And then I heard a big thump under the house this morning. So I don't know. We'll see what's up. I am having some work done around my house, possibly even have it painted starting tomorrow. So we could hear hammering on the shows. I'm not real sure. They said they did a little bit yesterday and then they came back, supposed to come back tomorrow. So what it is the trim around my house is just falling apart. So we're replacing the trim. Um, so we'll have to see. And then we're looking for a new color for the house besides white. Why is the new color black for houses? I don't, what is the color black? Why? I thought everybody liked pretty colors like rainbows and unicorns and stuff. So uh, shoot it ahead of the tree. Well, no, it's kind of a platform, Mary, that we hooked. I'll have to go out and get a picture of it when we put some peanuts out there for the squirrels. It's just kind of a platform that sits up against the tree. They climb up the tree and sit on the platform and eat peanuts outside the window. And it's great. The kids love it. I wish I would have done it for my window, but I don't have a tree. The only thing I have is a ledge, and the squirrels do peek in on me, and it's kind of creepy because they look at me with the kind of eye. So I have lots of squirrels, lots and lots of squirrels. So it's like Squirrelville here, especially on Easter. The little varmints, they steal Easter eggs, even the plastic ones. I put them all out for the kids and I go back out. I'll go and get me a cup of coffee. I go back outside and half of them are gone. You turn your back and they get the other half. The squirrels are annoying here. They're just, um, they're PETAs. Yeah, they're PETAs. Short for pain in the butts. um, I like the flying squirrels myself, or the different colored ones. We get the fox squirrels, which are redder here, and then the gray squirrels. But I like the pretty colored ones. All right, we're going to. They love you. Well, I'll pack little suitcases for them with their address on it. They can come see you at Easter. So, all right, we have a lot of severe weather today, and then a report on hurricanes. Hurricanes are not really happening. They're saying, maybe next month, maybe next month. Um, it seems like the hurricane season is just off for some reason. They usually come out of the west side of Africa, and then they move towards the Gulf and Florida. Well, we're not seeing them. And I think the Weather Channel's getting antsy for them. So now they're saying maybe a fall hurricane season. There's nothing on the board. They have one for Bonnie, I think is the name of it, but it's only a tropical storm, and it's moving out away from Mexico as we speak. So, anyway, I'm going to get on with the weather and have some interesting little clips today. CERN is back. Why? I'm starting to wonder about CERN. So anyway, here we go. We're going to get to the weather and move along this morning.
Nation for the next few days. Really, the name of the game is going to be storms and heat. All right. Anywhere from the plains over to the Ohio, Mississippi valleys, it's going to be hot the next few days. And we've got these ridge rider storms, a big ridge of high pressure sitting over the middle part of the country. And the storms kind of ride around the north and east side of that ridge. So you can see that reflected here with the red colors on the map. Same deal on Thursday. Chance for some severe storms from the Ohio Valley over toward, say, parts of the Carolinas, all the way to the coast there. And then Friday, really not much relief as far as heat goes. Temperatures still well above 100, Tulsa and Dallas. Heat index values probably closer to 110. Saturday, you notice that we're going to take the severe weather out of the forecast. We might have a spotty severe storm here or there, but not quite the same dynamics there on Saturday. Parts of the southeast to support severe weather, but we'll at least have some on and off showers and thunderstorms for sure.
Let's see if I can get this other stuff up. The hurricanes. Oh boy. They're saying maybe the 1st of October through December now. It was usually we have quite a few in the springtime. And now it seems like it has moved to August. Okay, somebody asked me what the notes on the back of my microphone are. I guess they've seen my notes on the back. And it says, let's see, since I'm through with the hurricanes, it says Biden is going to walk on stage and he's going to stand on the X. Then he's going to make a fool of himself. No, I'm teasing. Everybody's like, wow, she writes that on the back of her microphone. Yeah, it's just little labels for the mic itself. And my kids haven't found it. Otherwise, they would have picked it off by now. You ought to see what they do to my stuff in here. They poke holes in it with, I have a box. They got holes poked in it. They got my chairs peeled. Gotta love the kids. Gotta love the kids. Good morning to Linda in Illinois. And hopefully, hey, Karen, did you hear about that guy in Pennsylvania, the mayor? Boy, I got a good story on him later on the news show. So hurricanes, they said July slightly brings more hurricanes and tropical storms, which didn't happen, they say. The area where tropical development occurs expands eastward and northward. Yeah, and that's what we're seeing. As we go later from spring into summer, you'll see the tornadic events and um, move more north. And then we also see where your hurricanes will go more towards the eastern coast. And then when we get to the end of the summer and into fall, then it's basically Gulf areas. So, well, Karen, the gnomes can fit under your door, and then they leave flamingos in your front yard. I'm gonna mess with Karen all day about her and her gnomes. Everybody has no clue what we're talking about, Karen, but Karen has gnomes that's sneaking into her house, and then they disguise themselves as little green guys. No, boy, no, but they can still fit under your doors. They can fit. They can fit into the size of a quarter. They're like mice. They can fit in little itty bitty holes. They shrink themselves into little putions. Well, they don't need a front yard, Karen. Boy, me and Karen, you guys should see what she says. Uh, so more than likely, Mary's probably laughing at. And so, where's Susan this morning? Um, so, all right. Um, so anyway, the NOAA Hurricane Division, they say that it's very. They say August and September is usually about 20 to 30% of your hurricanes, where it's larger in the springtime. So as you can see, we didn't have a hurricane season. All right, I'm gonna move on to why the skies are green. All right. Now, sometimes they're a bluish green, and I'm going to give you guys an idea. I'm pretty sure I could show this. See, there's your green. Isn't that what you were seeing, Mary? You're sending me pictures of? So, what that is it's usually when the skies go that green, and sometimes they're blue, turquoise, pea soup looking. That is the worst of the worst if you're going to have severe storms. And usually it's wall clouds. And that's what we get here. And the wall clouds it can run miles wide. That's what hit Oklahoma. I'm trying to think of the city it hit. It was one great big wall cloud that went through and just took out the whole town. So that is why you get the green. And the green it's so severe. It's not necessarily tornadic as much as it is a wall cloud, which is tornadic. You also get the strong straight line winds, and I mean, they're pretty fierce winds and flooding. So that's what the green skies mean, and that's exactly what um, uh, the Weather Channel is saying. And they started noticing it, they said 1993, so they did a study on it. And this is what they found out. Because in the South, we get that a lot. My mom loved it. She was like, oh, look how pretty the green skies are. We're like, no, we need to get home, Mom. We don't need to be in the car with green skies. And we didn't get it. We didn't get it bad that time when my mom was here. But it was pretty green skies. So um, it looks like something from outer space. It really does. It looks like, maybe the aliens turned the sky green. Don't worry, Karen. We're talking aliens, not gnomes. Yeah, I'm going to get on her today. All right. And the latest earthquakes, boy. Um, it was 29 this morning. Um, and they're in small, uh, they're not really, let me put the color on this. Oh, my nose is running like crazy this morning, guys. The trees and grasses are really bad here. And with it being so hot, it's just really wreaking havoc on my allergies and as well as the heat. Um, the heat, a lot of people don't know with MS before I get to, you guys are going to learn all about me and MS. I tell you, I could feel it in the house. A lot of people don't understand how that is, and even the doctors can't explain it. So all it takes is the opening of the front door, and it affects me somehow. So I'm having a lot of issues. So if you're not getting phone calls back from me, I'm just real busy and having health issues right now. But, I'm bright eyed and bushy tailed and I'm ready to pick on Karen today. So, all right, let's get to the earthquakes and not about me. All right, so here we go. Um, I haven't seen any current ones, and we have more over still in Indonesia. It's just rocking. They got a 5.2 in Sumatra, Indonesia, and then right above that, it was a Sungai Puna, 4.7. And a lot of these are like threes. So here's a 5.3 in coast of Honshu, Japan. Um, Now we got the volcano Hawaii. It's down from Pahala of only a 2.5. It still can rumble. Then we have Pueblo Viejo, Mexico, a 4.1. A lot of the ones in the States are very small. Toya, Texas, a 2.5. Bodfish, California, 3.5. And Anderson Springs, California, 2.6. Very quiet in Alaska, and even down in South America, I'm saying it's kind of quiet. These really aren't that big. There's a 4.4 and a Cama, Chile, a 4.2, and Charcana, Peru, a 4.4. So everything is really in the fours. We have a few fives, and it just seems very calm for tornadoes, earthquakes right now. Oh boy. So um, I want to get on to the fun stuff. The guitar legend Carlos Santana collapses on stage during concert in Michigan. They said it was dehydration, lack of water, and it being very warm. Um, so he is okay. He said he's resting comfortably and he'll be on the road soon. I thought that was odd because, Carlos has been around for a very long time. One of the best guitar players I've ever heard of, next to Stevie Ray Vaughan. For those kids that don't know who these guys are, go look them up. They're pretty good. Um, NASA satellites heading for the moon after breaking from orbit around Earth. I think it's because of all the activity going on. I have a huge story coming up in the news how China wants to own the moon. Then we had that mysterious crash. We've lost a satellite on the moon mysteriously. So I believe they're going to, the NASA satellite head for the moon to take a look and see what's going on, why so much activity on the moon is going on. But we have so many different countries right now trying to get to the moon. Israel, Japan, China, ourselves, Russia. We're going to have more space junk on the moon as we go through the years. But I think it's wise that they go and take a look and see what's happening on the moon, especially to maybe even deter China from thinking they can claim the moon. Huh. All right. CERN. CERN really concerns me. They want to shoot for a third run. Now, what gets me is something that I've been running over a friend of mine with is every time we have CERN, the climate gets worse. I know it's in this, up in the atmosphere and above, and they're trying to go for I think the dark star. They're trying to go for the black holes, but something is odd. Since we have started CERN, that's when our weather started changing and getting a little worse. Um, so if you don't know what CERN is, it's a atom smasher and exotic particles. Um, and this is after a 3-year pause for routine checks. Well, I heard it broke. And so now they've got it fixed. It's running really well. And they want to go for a third run on this. I don't like the whole three's a charm thing. Three's a charm for what? Um, um, the observation of a new type of pentaquark, the first duo of tetraquarks, offers a new angle to assessing strong force that holds together the nuclei of atoms. Now, this is way above me. I have not looked into CERN very hard. Maybe those people that were dancing out around it, that kind of like creeped me out. I don't know why they did that. But for the most exotic hadrons, which are subatomic particles, are made up of two or three elemental particles called quarks. The strong force is four forces in the universe, along with the weak force, which applies to the decay of particles as well as the electromagnetic force and gravity. So, um, boy, we need Adam B. Hey, Adam, have you guys seen the newest um, trailer for? I think it's Adam Black. I think that's the name of the new movie. It's a new superhero guy. But we'll get on with that later. Um, so they're going to run three. The third time has carried out collisions since its debut in 2008. The announcement came a day after CERN celebrated its 10-year anniversary of the Higgs boson, a subatomic particle that has a central place in the so-called standard model that explains basics and particle physics. So here we go. CERN's going to go for a third time, and we will see what happens. I keep my finger crossed and pray a lot when they run CERN. Um, People, the new survey that came out this year is that people let their pets decide who they date. Now, is that a good idea? And they say, yes, it is, because pets know people's hearts, they say, and they know whether they have a good heart or a bad heart. And not physical wise, but if they're good or bad people. And they say that they did a survey, and the recent survey showed that pets are better judgments than even their owners are on who's good and who's bad. And so they said that they did 2,000 single Americans and how their pets play a role in their daily lives. Come to find out, these pets made better choices than the owners did. And so, they say if you're dating and your dog does not like the boyfriend, it might be a good reason why to ditch him. Um, yeah, yeah, pets know. Yeah, cats do too. They're saying cats will tend to um, linger around and let's see, linger around their heads if they're on the couch. They will swat them a few times. They will bite their heads, hiss, growl, and follow them, um, and almost like they're going to pounce mode. And they say 68% of owners say that cats are almost better on deciding who their dates should be than dogs. So, well, they say cats are smarter. Um, but, I think dogs know. And dogs, you could set in between you guys. The cats, you set in between, they're just going to run off. The cats don't care. But put the dog in between. If the dog starts growling, then maybe not. Maybe not. So, all right. This one here, Karen, you better close your eyes and ears. Don't listen to this one. This is very disturbing. A CEO was arrested after the police found 30 to possibly maybe 50 dead animals inside her home while responding to a complaint about the smell of death coming from the residents. They say the residents living as far as 4 to 5 houses away were smelling death or dead animals. And so they, Growl is the name of the organization she's with finding pets homes, and advocate for abused pets or ill-treated pets. She is the director, and her name is Caroline Dawn Pennington. She's 47 years old, and they discovered 28 dogs and 2 cats were decomposing in crates. Some were on their deathbed. Animals had been dead for months, they said. Some appeared to have died from starvation and dehydration. Animals were laying in their own waste. Um, oh boy, this is just. They say that an additional animals were found in boxes and garbage bags in her garage. They said the smell of death was just horrible and heartbreaking. They brought dozens of cage for any survivors, and out of what was left, there was about 3 that they were able to actually save. Um, Link to Growl. I don't know if there's a link to Growl. Um, um, it's a Fox News. Um, when you move, you want to get a rescue. Anyway, this was on Fox. Don't even say the date on this. But I found it this morning under Pet News. Um, okay, let's see. Pennington was also employed by the Gershaw County Humane Society, but the organization is no longer wanting to hear about her. So we got that. And then let's see, Growl. Let me see where that's at. Anybody else wants it? She is a Growl CEO, and I'll give you her name and her name. All right, maybe that'll help you. Run it through your Google and see. It might even be an old article. Like I said, do not see anything on this. Actually, it was published on the 6th. Okay, so everybody's wanting this article in chat. So, and I found 2. I found one here, and I found one in It's a Pet's Life that had very many didn't make it out. It was more of a gruesome story. And it was bad enough that the sheriff says one of the worst cases of animal cruelty that they've ever seen. So there we have it. I gave you guys all the info on there. So if you want the info, you might have to go through chat to get it, or go over to, I might be able to save it and post it over to the Facebook. So this is absolutely horrible of what this lady did. The spokesperson for the sheriff's department said investigators believe the animals were neglected, have been left alone in their cages for 7 to 9 months before their deaths. Karen, you ought to open an animal place. Okay, they say Richland County Animal Control and the Sheriff's Department worked to remove the animals from her home. And this was, like I said, it was in Kershaw County. So no more of this. I think that we've had enough of this lady. And her name, what was her name? Carolyn Dawn Pennington. 47 years old. Wow. Normally they're like loving cat ladies at that age, not killer cat ladies. This is why people shouldn't hoard animals, folks. If you don't have the proper, man, I need to get one of my friends. She does service dogs. They're all pretty much labs. I had to get her on one of these days for you guys and let her tell you the proper way to keep these animals. You don't pile them all up in your house with like 50 kitty litter boxes and half of what you can feed them. Only take on what you can afford and what you can handle. And if your house starts smelling like a cat box, then it's time to cut back on the kitty cats. So you got to have a lot of money to be a cat hoarder. And I'm not putting the cat hoarders down, okay? Um, they do it with dogs too. But these people love animals so much that they just the next one and the next one and the next one, and then the babies are born and they don't want to get rid of the babies because what if it goes to a bad home? Well, that's the risk we take every day. And there are so many loving families out there that want these dogs and these cats. You just got to give it a chance. And if they, go back and check out the animal control, maybe they turned them over there, or or have them call back like we did with our puppy here. The guy said, if it doesn't work out, call us back. We'll take the dog back. Maybe that's the way to go about this. There's so many ways you can save these animals. And get this, we had this 2-year pandemic. A lot of people went out and because they were lonely, got animals, not only just for themselves personally, but for their families and the kids. Well, now they're saying about 50% of these animals are now in shelters. The people are going back to work. They don't have the time for them. The kids are back at school, and now they can't keep these critters. So, if you are looking for animals, go adopt first. There's too many puppies out there. There's too many kittens. There's too many dogs and cats that need homes. They've even got horses. You could even adopt a horse. If you're into farm animals, and you have a farm and you want to save some horses, you want a donkey, or even cows, go check it out. Even chickens. They rescue chickens all the time from them rooster fights, and they have chickens that they let them practice on and kill. So even chickens, you can get chickens. You could save chickens. So, uh, yeah, Karen, I agree with you on your last comment there. Um, you do. It lingers. It's an oil base that sticks to your clothes. So be very careful. All right. Um, how about we get on to the funny list for today? I've already gone over time. Um, let's see. We have small towns. Oh boy. Small towns. For those never having traveled or lived in one, the following will illustrate pretty much what life is like there. The clinic was called Joe's Hospital and Park Grill. A long distance call are delayed when the area code is busy. Yeah, there you go with those, what do you call it, party lines. Party lines. Yeah, don't you miss those party lines. When we first moved here to Arkansas, that's all there was. And I was like, what? You guys got party lines here? This is in 81 or 1980, 81. Yeah. Well, everybody gets to hear your phone calls. Yeah. We just don't say we just don't say much. I was like, really? You got really? Well, how much does it cost to get a private line? Boy, it was expensive. You had to pay for the lines, and it just wasn't worth it to have the lines brought in to where you could have your own private phone. Odd. That's back during Bill and Hillary Clinton, home of the party lines in the 1980s. Yeah, all right. So Um, the town lady of the evening stands under a flashlight. Oh, I like that one. Uh, I don't know. She could be looking for to mug somebody. All right. In order to paint traffic line, the road has to be widened. Well, yeah, it's usually one lane roads out here. Instead of horses, the fire department uses water pistols. Oh, hoses, not horses. Was like, what's horses got to do with the fire department? Okay, Ellie, time to open your eyeballs and read, huh? I need my glasses back. You had to make a reservation to use the parking meter. During snowstorms, salt was spread using a salad shooter. The local Motel 6 only has 6 beds. Okay, during the boxing match, both men have to sit in the same corner. Oh boy, that'll go for a slap fight happening, huh? Okay, the class valedictorian had both the highest and the lowest averages. The mayor was also the sheriff, town council, and city street sweeper. Hey, that sounds like the place out in Bologna when we first moved out here. There were, well, I ought to say Macon because Macon only had like I think 30 people in it when we first moved into Macon. Not Macon, Georgia, Macon, Arkansas. All right. We had no porn movie house. Once a week, someone left the shades up. Oh, okay. The municipal water system pump was supplied by the water pick. Okay. Before you visit, you could look out the window and see who was home. What? Okay. There's no town idiot. Everyone has to take turns. They draw straws. Okay, those are some good ones. All right, so now we're on to the best new dog varieties. You know, we're talking pets today. So, okay, so a Collie Lhasa Apso would be Calopso, a dog that folds up easy for transport. A Spitz Chow Chow, a Spitz Chow, a dog that throws up a lot. A Pointer Setter, Poinsettia, a traditional Christmas pet. Great Pyrenees and a Dachshund. As a Pyredox, it's a puzzle breed. I wonder if they do puzzles. Huh, I need one of those. You should have seen the puzzle me and my sister put together. It had one side that was way too long, the other side was way too short. Everybody that came over said, boy, you folks got problems here. Yeah, you guys got something wrong with your puzzle here. Everybody looked at it and they all couldn't figure it out either. So, all right, the Irish Water Spaniel and English Springer Spaniel. Irish Springer, a dog with fresh, clean as a whistle, and he whistles the Irish Spring song. Oh, I want one of those dogs. Labrador Retriever plus a curly coated retriever. It's a lab coat retriever, the choice of research scientists. Newfoundland and a Basset Hound mix. Newfoundland Asset Hound, a dog for financial advisors. Okay. A Terrier Bulldog, a dog that makes awful mistakes. All right. Bloodhound and a Labrador. It's a Blabrador, a dog that barks excessively. I figured it would be a dog that spreads rumors. I guess not. There's a Bloodhound and a Labrador. A Blabrador? Wouldn't that be someone that blabs all your secrets? Okay. Mine sounded better, not a dog that barks incessantly. All right. Malamute and a Pointer. A Moot Point, owned by, oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway. A Collie and a Malamute is a commute dog that travels to work, and it helps you drive. A Bull Terrier and a Shih Tzu. Oh, never mind, it says. Oh boy. So we got some good ones for you this morning, and that's it for the morning show. Went by really quick, and of course I'm 10 minutes overtime. William's going to start making me put pennies in the overtime jar. And I got to call William. He's been trying to call me for the last few days, and it's been crazy here. So we'll get him all set up for tonight. And if you like our morning weather show, please subscribe. And we have news in about 20 minutes, folks. And a lot of really good news. I think I came up with who's going to run on the Democrat side for president. I think I got it figured out. So with that, folks, if you're over in Facebook, hit the follow and the like. I think they're shorting me time, or people that see my post over there. Um, uh, for some reason, people aren't seeing when my shows are coming on. So be sure you hit the follow button over there. And of course, subscribe here, hit the bell if you're not receiving um, any notifications on YouTube. Please hit the bell. And also our like button. We're starting to show up more and more in the mainstream listings. Um, so with that, folks, have a wonderful Wednesday. It's hump day. Get your camels in order. Um, you know, add 2 lumps to your sugar to your coffee. And if not, make a lumpy cornbread today. Maybe lumpy mashed potatoes. So, anyway, I think those are humps, not lumps. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. And I hope I brought a smile to your face this morning and a few giggles. And we will see you all in about 20 minutes. Um, have a great day, folks. Bye bye.